Regent.
Good day, Luciano. Are you free to talk?
Of course, I'm sharing the space with humble nudists. If you don't mind speaking here with them too.
No, not at all. It is probably quite befitting. Are you and Clark hungry, or are you well set with food?
We are well set.
All right. I'll be there shortly.
We'll see you soon. Why
Be
is she
smart,
coming
okay?
to speak to us?
That's the thing. He's trying to clear things up beforehand.
Trying to
No,
spin the narrative, brother.
What's the motive? Guys, everyone in New Babylon, if I don't return, I'm going up there to the nudist camp where the exiled are. If I don't return, they have murdered me.
Come to think of it. You know what? Never mind.
Good morning, Eliza.
Morning, Regent. Good morning. Please come up here. We can discuss here. Actually, let's go to the fire up there, yeah?
Oh, certainly. Clark, you are welcome to join if you wish. I know I called Luciano initially.
Yeah, I'd love to if that's okay.
Oh, 100%. I appreciate you all for taking the time to speak with me.
Of course. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
I'm not gonna be trite and start with niceties.
Before we continue, I don't know what trite means.
Kind of like flip, just needlessly cheesy.
Sugarcoating. Yeah.
I see.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a better way. That is a better definition to put upon it.
Fair enough.
I'll preface this by saying that I had a conversation with Andy last night that reoriented my understanding on some things. And I want to preface this by saying that building and maintaining a community is hard. I'm certain you both are well aware of that, especially having been, if I understand correctly, dons or members of organized leadership positions in the past. I do not know either of you in a particularly intimate way. And I know people tend to overinterpret that to mean romantic. I just simply mean on a human-to-human level.
Yeah.
No,
What I understand, we come from very different backgrounds. And the way that we face things are very different. Now, do I still hold to the frustrations I had yesterday? Yes. But I do recognize that a more measured approach needs to happen. I want to be more strict with people, but I don't want it to come at the expense of making people into examples. If you catch where I'm going here. Inherently, you both going to fight the Faceless in a vacuum, not bad. In fact, I wholeheartedly supported it. I support the concept, right? And I also agree that we could definitely be more proactive in some areas. That is something I know I need to personally evolve on. I will cap to that. Or cop to that? I digress. I hope to have a conversation with Skipper and Lang and CJ. I don't think this needs to be a whole-ass trial. What I do think needs to happen, and this is probably more between me and Luciano than anything, but Clark, it's good that you are here as well. I hope we can reach an understanding. Because I think we're both aware of how important a role, not just a role, just how integral you both are to the survival of New Babylon, right? Even if this wasn't just about New Babylon, it's very clear that we need people that take initiative in the way that you do. However, I have concerns about the lack of communication and this is where I'm looking for your perspective, because I would love to be corrected. What seems like knee-jerk reactions to things. Ideally, you would have been able to bring more people with you. And I think, and I will take responsibility for this, a bridge of communication needs to be built so that when we disagree, we can discuss it openly instead of kind of going to our individual corners, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah, I 100% agree with more communication. I mean, I've come to you multiple times, Eliza, for precisely that from your end and people around New Babylon and all that. We've had this conversation before. We should have definitely communicated that we were gonna go do it. But then again, we know that we disobeyed orders, and I think that's a baseline for the potential trial that is to come. An order was given from the Marduk. We disobeyed that. An order was given from you, right, as well. I would say communication wasn't necessarily there because we asked multiple times, are we going to do anything about this? Are we going to go out there? Are we what's the plan? Are we going to stay here? The decision was already made, right? It wasn't. If me and Clark would have said, hey, we're going to go down there into the city with the ice cream truck, the answer would have still been no. So, we kind of had to go out of our way to call it proactivity, call it whatever, to go by our gut, to stand by what we thought was the right thing, even though we went against orders. As the militia, it is our duty to fight. It is our duty to protect. It is our duty to get the information on the enemy, and it is our duty to put our lives on the line. Having anybody else back us up, I mean, Zeke called me, and I didn't tell him what we were doing. I told him we were gonna go get gas.
Yeah.
Why? Because I figured, me and Clark, we said, the more people we bring to this, the less people there's gonna be in Babylon. Me and him going down there,
the worse off they'd be.
Exactly.
To be honest,
me and him going down there was gonna be enough at the very least. There's a lot of different perspectives from all this, right? There's of course your perspective, there's Marduk Skipper's perspective on how this all looks. There's our side of the coin as well. We think we did a good deed. Was it the best way? Was it performed in the best way? No. Did we go against orders? Yes. Did we take it upon ourselves as the militia, me as the militia lead and Clark, there with me? We made that decision on the spot. We knew that we knew where we were wrong, but we also knew where we were right. At least in our hearts.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Perhaps highlights again to where our respective positions are a little at odds. My position demands that I be more conservative with movements, which isn't always going to be the most ideal. While the spirit behind what you did, I support. I do think it is honorable. The fact that it was done without a contingency plan in mind, that frankly is what I took issue with, to be very plain.
And I think that's where we can agree, yeah. I think that's where we fucked up as well.
I'll be very plain. We've had too many fucking trials over the past couple of weeks. And I really think that in this case, in this situation, unless the Marduks think differently, I will speak plainly. I don't think this needs to be a trial, right? There's no reason to put you through public scrutiny or to put people who wish to be more proactive at odds with people who wish to be a little more passive. I don't think it'll ultimately lead to anything other than resentment. And that's the last thing I want, right? I want communication and understanding. That is ultimately what I want out of this.
What both of you have said is almost exactly the same thing, but from your own perspective. There's definitely a middle ground where we should have communicated better, or communicated at all. Whether it's to inform you, hey, we're gonna go do this, don't worry about us. We know we're breaking the thing. We know what we're doing. Is it dumb? Maybe for you, but something that we feel we have to do. But at least the communication was there. That's the underlying, agreement. The standard you should have followed. Your job is to provide diplomacy and peace, and you do it extremely well in your way. That's why you're in your position. You've earned that position. Just like Lush has earned his position to provide diplomacy and peace the way he does it. And this isn't me putting the blame on him. I'm in the militia because I'm good at what I do as well. We're not some fucking jarhead gangbanger fucks. We just want to go chase tail. If that was the case, we would not be here right now.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have listened to a single rule. We would have been hitting bank trucks left and right the second we would have figured out that Babylon wasn't a gang. We knew what we were signing up for when we joined. Has there been some bumps along the way? For sure. For sure. For me in particular. I'll speak for myself on that. But I've come to you many a times, trying to talk it out, figure it out, ask for advice. I feel like I've been sitting on my hands for a long time, and maybe this is, you can call it lashing out, you can call it a breaking point, you can call it whatever. But what you said of being active in our way, that's what I feel like we did yesterday. And I hope you know it wasn't because the goal was to defy orders. That was not the goal. That was the consequence. That was something we had to do in order to achieve the goal. To protect Babylon.
Yeah. To speak plainly, and I wish I would have been more eloquent yesterday. I wasn't quite about my wits as much as I would like to be. But I will speak very plainly. It was simply the third in a series of events where you kind of brought up the point here, right? You're not jarhead gangbanger fucks, right? And unfortunately, yesterday, from the top of the day, that's where I was approaching things. And I definitely could have been more generous in that mindset. But I made the decision I did, not because you defied orders, quotation marks. Fuck, I'll be honest, I don't particularly enjoy or take pleasure in having to put my dick on the table, right? It feels antithetical to the role that I was given. But it was because you had endangered yourselves. And in my mind, I felt like this was probably the best way to keep you safe until we could have a more productive conversation about it. Defying orders, I really don't. I shouldn't say I don't give a fuck. It's the reasoning behind them, right? And it's why we try to make sure that we have open conversation about these things.
Hey, listen, we respected the decision that you made, right? We have no problem with it. We followed the order, and we're here now. You are the regent, and the Marduk also reinforced the decision. That was it. That was the call. That was the call.
Mm-hmm. I'll speak plainly. This is kind of an awkward fucking conversation to have, right?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah,
Sure.
This is an awkward conversation. I think we can all acknowledge that. And for the most part, we speak to each other in a pretty surface-level politicking way. We all have things going on underneath the surface. Ultimately,
Sure.
we are all united on the same front, maintaining a community, and in our way, whatever it is, fighting against this fucking existential threat that's hanging over our heads.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty. And I'm probably going to annoy the fuck out of one of you at some point if I'm not already right now. But we have to be prepared to have these uglier conversations if we are going to make it through. whatever the fuck is happening.
100%. And we're all grown ass adults here, right? You know,
Yeah.
good conversations happen, bad conversations happen. You know, it's just the way things are. And that's, you know, we're fine with it. Awkward or not, conversations need to happen.
Yeah, if there's a messy conversation you want to have, if you want to have it with just him, I can fuck off. If you want to have it with just me, you know, I'm sure Luce will respect that as well. For both of us, we can have it right now if you want.
No, honestly, I was hoping to set the stage for what this conversation would be.
No worries.
Along those lines. I don't necessarily have anything I intend to dredge up, but I'll be honest. I expected this conversation to be a little less even keel than it is. But I am pleasantly surprised. But if you do...
What's even keel?
...have problems or concerns you wish to voice, I prefer to hear them directly.
I'm sorry, I what's even keel?
Balanced.
Balanced, right. I'm sorry, my simple mind is,
no.
simple vocabulary.
You're kind of doing it again, right?
Yeah,
You're not simple-minded. I just use a unnecessarily convoluted vocabulary at times.
It's not necessary.
No, it's
At
great.
time it
Listen,
is.
I've learned a lot of words from you, by the way. Just for the record, I'm a big fan.
Jeez.
Eliza, is this your plan? Is that your fucking plan?
Yeah, this was my plan all along, to set Luciano on fire. All
Okay,
right,
don't sit
here.
close to it. Don't touch me.
Here, I'm going to try to. All right, here. Let's I'm gonna bring him back.
No worries. I'll be here. No worries.
All right, here. Let's get you taken care of. I might have some calamine lotion in the car.
Maybe I can come with.
Ah, yes.
I can come with.
Yeah, probably the best.
Oh, fuck, do the trunk.
That's a good question.
Splendid.
Are you
Jesus is watching us.
Are you feeling all right?
My Babylonian garments have saved me today.
They are light treated.
Whew.
Okay, well that is a comfort.